Welcome to Tech Brothers Amir. In this video, we are going to learn about frequent items function in PySpark. Frequent items in PySpark DataFrame function that returns frequent items or elements in a column or multiple columns. It helps identify commonly occurrence of those values. Now, it is helpful when you are exploring the data and try to understand the distribution of your data in those columns. The syntax is very simple. You will say DataFrame.freqItems, then provide the columns in which you want to check the frequent items. And support is equal to none. That means minimum frequency threshold. Default is 0.01 and or 1%. So that's the frequency of the item, and that's what you can increase or decrease, and that's how you will find the frequent items. We will take a look further into the demo how exactly this plays a role here. Now here is my sample data. You can see that we have ID, name and country, and here is a list of columns for the above data. And I'm creating the data frame called df by using the create data frame function by using above data and the list of the columns. Let's take a look on this data frame by just executing this script. Here is the output of our data frame. We have ID, name and country. You can see that the occurrence of Amir had happened here multiple times. So there are 3 times Amir's records here. We have Ali Raza, that's also 3 times, and then we have Lisa multiple times, Bob multiple times, and also the country name is repeating. So if we want to do analysis on this data, this frequent item function is going to help us a lot. So let's take a very first example. Find a frequent items in single column such as name. So in this case you will say I'm creating a new data frame here called frequent name, and then I'm applying the frequent item function on the data frame that we just have created above, and I'm checking for the column called name right here. So I just provide the name column. I did not provide the support here as it is a default 1%. Now let's take a look here and execute this query or code, and you can see that the frequent items for the name are Lisa, Bob, Amir Shehzad and Ali Raza. Now that's great because they are pretty much printing the entire thing as we have left the support is equal to 1%. So it is bringing all those items. And now if you want to go find the frequent items in multiple columns such as name and country. So we are creating a new data frame here, and then we just send df for actual data frame that we had just created with the sample data, then frequent items, and provide the list of columns, name and country. And now we will execute this to see the output, and then finally we are actually printing out by using the show function here. Okay, so here you have a name frequent items, and these are the list of the names. We have name, Lisa, Bob, Amir, Shehzad and all that. Then you have countries here in the second column because we are checking the frequent items 2 column, name and country. Now let's go to the support where we would like to change a little bit of values and see how that's happening. You have seen that in the name when we had just left to the default, it pretty much printed all of them. But now if you want to go further and see more the records which are occurring more or some percentage, this is where it come handy. Now we are creating a data frame here frequent with the support and applying a df frequent items here. So when we apply the function, checking on the name, and we are saying support is equal to 0.3, that means 30%. So now the occurrence it is going to only print those records where the occurrence is around 30%. So let's see if that helps. In this case I am assuming some of the records will be eliminated. So if we once is run, and now you can see that you have Amir Shehzad and Ali Raza. That's the only 2 names appeared because Lisa happened in these lists only twice, and then what happened here, yeah, Bob is also twice, and there are only 2 records which are Amir Shehzad is 3 times, and then Raza is Ali Raza is also 3 times. So let's make a small change here, and now if I will do like maybe I'm gonna go ahead and also do for this one I'm gonna change to Amir, okay, and Shehzad. Okay, now also just change this one to Amir and then Shehzad. Okay, great. Now we have armor many times, and what happened if we execute the whole thing and take a look on our final output, you can see that it is seen right now. We are seeing Amish, Ali Raza, and Lisa. So right here we have these records are happening. Lisa is here, you can see right there. So the depending on the occurrence, we can see how we want to adjust our output. Now if I want to see like anything that's 50%, so let's say or even 40%, in that case we will eliminate some records, and Amish Azad would be the record that will show up right here. So you see right there, because that is the record that happened many times, and the other ones didn't happen enough as a percentage over all of this data set. So that's very handy when you need to perform some analysis and see how often these records are happening in that column or multiple columns. You can use this frequent items function in PySpark. I thank you very much for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.